Paimon, a kind spirit, seems to be a basic and simple character, helping us travel nation to nation. But under her cult of happiness lie secrets that will forever change how we think of Paimon and Teyvat in a whole. So in today's video, we'll theorize about who Paimon truly is and why she is hiding her identity from us. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's jump straight into it. At first glance of looking at Paimon's design, you would think it's just a normal design, especially for a fantasy game such as Genshin Impact, but it actually hides something very, very peculiar and very, very magical about Paimon. You see, when just looking at her crown alone, it hints to some type of power that she has, that she's not just a regular person, she has some type of authority or power, or she used to have some authority. Now, we're going to the theory right now. We know the Primordial One had a crown. This crown seems to be very similar to the crown Paimon has, and Paimon's entire design actually looks like the Celestia we get to see in the opening of Genshin Impact. But just seeing that Paimon has a crown doesn't mean that Paimon is the Primordial One. We know the Primordial One descended from a different planet or wherever they came from and then transformed to Teyvat when it was still inhabited by dragons. But the Primordial One suddenly disappeared, and this is where Paimon really comes in. I believe after the Primordial One struck down the dragons and then started to create the humans, something happened. Someone betrayed him, and I believe this person that betrayed him is the current Heavenly Principles. This Heavenly Principles that we see doesn't really fit exactly what Celestia looks like. She's red, she looks a little bit corrupted, and doesn't fit what you think a celestial being is, especially when you look at Paimon's outfit. From her little thing she has on her legs, it looks like the pillars within Celestia. Her entire outfit looked like you hit one of those pillars down and create it into an outfit. That's completely what Paimon looks like. So this tells us that this Heavenly Principles, this unknown god, this was not the original creator of Teyvat, and then the original creator of Teyvat was struck down, was betrayed, was split in half. I believe that Paimon is the weakened version of the Primordial One. Now, this ties into her story perfectly. We know that Paimon, for years, or not exactly years, but we know for a very long time, she was wandering around in the forest. She didn't know where she was. She was lost. She had no food. That is why when we find her, she's so thankful. This was going to be the end of her after, I think, is years of eternal suffering at being cast out of Celestia. Our traveler came and saved her from it. Now, if the traveler did fall asleep for 100 years or 500 years, this means that Paimon wandering to Teyvat for around 1,000 years, because this has to be probably right before the Archon War, and this is definitely before Celestia, because that's when the Heavenly Principles came and destroyed it. That means Paimon was wandering around for around 1,000 years in Teyvat when the Heavenly Principles betrayed her. So the traveler comes in, saves Paimon, and then we set off on our journey through Teyvat. So the chances that Paimon is Primordial One is extremely high already. You literally can't smell the Primordial One without spelling Paimon. This is a clear connection between them, but what about the future of Genshin Impact? If Paimon is indeed the Primordial One, how will this exactly go with the story? If we do eventually reach Kanya, and like I said in my other theories, that I believe the twin is actually being held up in Celestia, how will Paimon help us? I believe that journeying with the traveler, Paimon is slowly but surely regaining some of her power. We know that Daimiko even said that she is becoming smarter. I think this goes a little bit far, that she's not just becoming smarter, but she is regaining what she had in the past, that she is beginning to regain her strength. And when we do face the Heavenly Principles, all will be revealed. And Paimon is going to have this epic battle where she turns into her full form. she's going to become God's Paimon. She will become the Primordial One. And then the epic battle will commence. I believe the Ether, or, I'm going to see saying Ether is David's sibling. Ether, or is the sibling. Ether is going to fight against Mindless. And Paimon is using her primordial powers, is going to go up against the unknown god and defeat her. And I also have a video. This will explain more of this lore. If you go watch this video, it'll be on the end screen in a second. That will be good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and like, and I'll see all of you guys next time. May Lesser Lord Kusanagi gift you all your dreams and ambitions.